Hello, and welcome to Verbaling. I am teacher Oakley. For the next hour, we will continue our series of classes at this particular time slot for 4 consecutive days. Today would be the second class. Looking at reduced speech in English, reduced pronunciation in English. Basically, looking at it extremely generally, English can be broken down into content words, nouns, verbs, adjective, adverbs, words with clear meaning. We all know what blue is. We all know what pencil is. And on the other hand, function words, all the words we learn in grammar classes, conjunctions, prepositions, auxiliary verbs, pronouns, articles, these types of words, which are to join the content words together. Basically, in native speaker rhythm, English being a stressed time language, we stress the content words and reduce the function words so that you can hear the function words, the words with meaning. Okay, when we do that, we carefully pronounce and use the higher pitch for the stressed syllables of the content words. Conversely, we reduce the pronunciation and kind of speed up, use short vowel sounds, and reduce pronunciation of those function words. In today's class, we are specifically going to be looking at articles, conjunctions, and prepositions, and more if we have time, and look at the, and practice, we'll all be practicing plenty, how actually these function words are spoken when they're spoken in sentences in conversation. Okay. All right, let me welcome students to the class, do a little microphone check, and we will get started. So, all right, hello, Rebecca. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. I'm great, actually. I check this out. I got a Christmas package from my Russian student. He sent me a Christmas present. Check this out.
Really? Wow, a hat, a Russian hat. Wow. Wow.
Awesome,
You look
huh?
fantastic. Yeah.
Duh.
Good.
All right.
Look.
Very nice. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So that was fun. That was cheered me up. You know.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, yes. You look like.
Yeah. All right. Let me also welcome B back again. Hi, B again.
Yeah, hello again, teacher.
Hey, welcome back. All right, and we've also been joined by Albina. Oh my goodness, Albina, long time no see.
Yes, yes, I'm glad I'm able to join your class. The time is usually isn't appropriate, but now today I don't work, so I can join your class, and I'm happy.
Excellent, and I like your photo there. Very nice. Very stylish. Almost as stylish as my new hat. Almost.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, anyway, it's great to see you again. Welcome to the class. Okay. We're looking at reduced speech. We're going to be very specific, working on looking at individual words, function words like conjunctions and prepositions. Later, we'll practice them in sentences relative to other words. So let's get started. I'm going to do a screen share, talk to you about a couple things, and then you guys are going to help me by practicing the reduced speech. So, all right, a couple things I want to share with you. All right. Function words, which we're going to be looking at today, are usually unstressed in connected speech. Connected speech being, of course, sentences when we link together words. Native speakers automatically reduce the pronunciation of these common function words. Their vowels, here's the commonality, all right? The vowel sounds, regardless of A, E, I, O, U, the vowels are generally reduced to a schwa sound. Occasionally, a consonant sound is even deleted, especially in questions and using the do or did especially. Auxiliaries, often even consonants are deleted. The schwa sound. Just a little bit more about the schwa sound. Why do we use this? Well, in English, vowel sounds, I think actually most languages, vowel sounds are constructed by basically voicing, using your voice box, and moving your tongue, almost like shifting a gear when you're shifting your car. First gear, second gear, third gear. Moving the tongue higher and lower, forward and back, is what creates basically all of the different vowel sounds. The schwa, or it sounds basically like is a very fast sound, and the reason that everything gets reduced to this is, okay, front, back, the schwa is in the middle. Up, down, the schwa is in the middle. It's like when you're changing your gear shift in your car to neutral. So I can go anywhere from neutral much faster because the neutral gear is always right in the middle, and that's where the schwa sound is. Your tongue, your lips, cheeks, your entire mouth is very relaxed, and your tongue is dead set right in the middle. It is the neutral of all voiced sounds. So that's basically why, because from that position we can go to the next sound the most quickly. Okay. Okay, this last note here before we start, although it is not necessary, strictly speaking, for you to use reduced forms perfectly in your own speech, it is very important to understand native English speakers. Okay, a little anecdote before we start. I was working in an academy teaching second language English learners, and I introduced this program to teach reduced speech and rhythm and intonation. And teaching this reduced pronunciation speech, in my mind, my plan was to teach better delivery in speaking for my students. That's what I hope to accomplish. In reality, although that was true, we regularly tested students, we assessed them for their ability in various English categories. The speaking ability did go up slightly. However, what I did find actually was a rather remarkable and impressive improvement in the listening skills. Although the students felt uncomfortable using reduced speech, understanding it and being able to practice it a little bit drastically improved listening skills amongst my groups of students that I taught. So interestingly, stick with me here. If you don't feel like you're getting anything out of speaking, you're secretly, even unto yourself, learning to be a better listener. Haha. Okay. Enough prequel. Let's get started. We're gonna look first at articles. Well, all right. we all know, well, let's start with number 2, A and N. We're all probably familiar with A and N. And we all probably by now, or maybe you don't, understand that we use A, just the letter A, pronounced as you can see here, there's the schwa sound, the upside down looking E. Dictionary definition, okay, this AE, this is A. This represents the sound A, which we do have in English, 8, for example. But in reality, when we pronounce it It is the schwa sound. We use this in front of and to help us join with a following consonant sound. So a book, a tree, a door. It helps us connect the sounds together, thus connected speech. And N, or N, in connected speech is used to connect with another vowel, an elephant, an air balloon, like that. What you may not recognize is that we do the same thing with the. Okay, the book, the door. Okay, the, ending with an the schwa sound. We alter that pronunciation when we're going to combine it with a vowel sound. Okay, the. So we pronounce it the with a Y consonant sound, also called a glide. Y's and W's that we basically force into our speech to connect two vowels are called glides. We use a glide, so we pronounce it the elephant, the air. Okay. Please keep in mind, knowing all that, that in fact it doesn't depend on the actual letter, spelling letter itself. It's all about the sound. Is it a consonant sound, or is it a consonant, or is it a vowel sound? So, for example, we say not but a horse, beginning with H, but it's an hour, because hour starts with a vowel sound, ow, an hour, a horse. They both start with H, but it depends. Same thing for the. All right. The hour, the horse. Same thing. Another tricky one besides H is U, because sometimes U starts with a Y sound. University, a unit, however, an umbrella. If it starts with the short U sound, an umbrella. So be aware of that. Okay, that's the basic principle. Also, why we do these reductions is to connect and link sounds together to make a smoother rhythm. So there are several of the words we're going to be looking at today, tomorrow, whatever, the next day. They may be pronounced differently depending on what word or what sound actually they precede. So the has two pronunciations, actually, several reduced forms. Sometimes we use the dictionary pronunciation because it connects better. Sometimes we use a reduced form. Whatever connects better, that's the whole point behind doing this. By connecting better, we can push through the function words more smoothly and get to the content words. Again, English is a stress-timed language. We do not time the time it takes us to speak a sentence is not dependent on how many syllables or vowel sounds there are. Many languages are. Many languages, that's how your timing is created, by how many syllables. So a sentence with twice as many syllables will take twice as long to say. It's very straightforward. English is not like that. It's all dependent on how many content words in the sentence and thus stressed syllables within the content word. That is what actually designates your timing. So we do all these reductions so that we can join words closely together. A book sounds like one word. An elephant. All right? There's no pauses between the words. That's the whole idea. All right. I did articles myself to illustrate the general idea. Now you guys are going to practice a bunch of words. We're going to look at conjunctions first. All right, Rebecca. All right. We know that the word by itself here refers to what you would see in the dictionary as the correct and proper pronunciation. And that's all well and good when the word is by itself. Obviously, you know this is and. Rebecca, what would it be in reduced form or connected speech form?
Connected speech. When when is precede.
How to pronounce and.
How? Sorry, how?
Yeah.
And.
Yeah. Okay. Even faster. Even faster.
And.
Okay. Wait. Time out. Okay. Not you know, mouth wide open and instead very, very, very relaxed on the schwa sound and very not closed, not open, but very relaxed. Open mouth, but very relaxed. All right. Can you give me an example?
I ate chips and burger today.
Okay. Rebecca, can you see the Verbling chat box? Can everyone?
Yes.
See? All right. So how would you say this?
Sorry, I was speaking alone.
Okay. So how would you say what I just wrote in the Verbling chat box? How would you say this?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. It's so fast. When we do this reduced schwa sound, it's really fast. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah. Occasionally, you might even see it written in a reduced form with the N and apostrophe. We do that occasionally to show a contracted form, to show that the apostrophes to show a missing sound. So salt and pepper, yeah, that's it. Okay.
But where I can see that, just listening, never on a piece of writing.
Occasionally you will see it. For example, on a menu.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, at least
I
in
didn't know this.
Yeah. Bread and butter, salt and pepper. Some basically even idiomatic expressions that have something and something. He has salt and pepper hair. Selling rice is his bread and butter. Okay, that's his main income. That's his main source. So, yeah, occasionally you will see this N. Of course, it's as all contractions are, as we discussed yesterday. If you, well, Rebecca, you were in the class. Contractions are for speaking or very, very informal writing.
Yeah, I thought it was the same.
Sorry?
I thought, it was the same, these ones.
It is. It is. It is the same. So menus, okay, you wouldn't see this in a very formal French restaurant, for example, but you would see this in a mom and pop country restaurant, a family restaurant. Oh, try our salt and pepper chicken wings, like that, because their atmosphere of the restaurant is casual and informal. So,
Uh-huh.
okay, so sometimes you see this in business names. All right, bread and butter, whatever. Bread and butter art supplies. Who knows? They're trying to actually express the idea that they're casual. They're not formal and uptight. It's marketing basically. When you see this, it means casual automatically. It's understood. Anyway, let's get back to our reduced speech here. B. Okay. Dictionary, of course, number 2, our word is or.
Okay.
Okay, so what would it sound like?
Uh. Uh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't know if you were saying the word or just saying, I don't know.
Cause
Okay.
the way itself.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. I'm joking around with you.
Uh,
So, B, how would I say this short phrase?
Black or white.
Okay. And it's so closely joined, the fact is, it's going to sound like an ER comparative construction, comparative adjective construction. It sounds like
Black
black
or
or white.
white. Yeah,
Black or
black
white.
or white. Black or white.
That's what it sounds like. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Good job. Yeah. It sounds just like the when we do a comparative adjective, when we add er at the end of an adjective. It's the exact same sound.
I had a question.
Black or
I have
white.
a question.
Sure.
When you say written in English, sometimes I hear people say written. Is that schwa sound?
Written. Okay. Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, all right, I forgot to mention this. All right, not only do we see this schwa sound, sometimes it's a natural part of words. Sometimes we see it as we're practicing today in reduction. The schwa sound is also used in regular content words in the unstressed syllable. Every word, whatever, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables has one particular syllable or vowel sound that is very strong. Okay, that has primary stress. Unstressed syllables are usually reduced to a short sound. Yeah, Albina, teacher. Yeah, when you hear it like teacher or blacker, smaller, bigger, that's a schwa sound. It's a diphthong, schwa, r. Yes, all of those. And, okay, written, the writ is the stressed syllable. Is, yeah, a schwa sound. It's an unstressed syllable. It gets reduced to a schwa. Again, any vowel, A, E, I, O, U, is reduced to a schwa sound. Even when you're learning individual word stress, let's see. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Every word basically, sometimes it gets reduced to a short sound that sounds more like an E, more like an I. Conjunctions. Kun. All right. We're looking at conjunctions. Kun, junk.
Okay.
Notice that
Conjunction.
it's both a U sound, but the junk is a middle syllable stress word, second syllable stress. Conjunctions. Kun and shuns sounds identical sound. That's because it's schwa sound. Conjunct. You're using the actual full pronunciation. You're stressing it. You're saying it louder. You're saying it with a higher pitch. and shun, shun. Again, a schwa sound,
So it
right?
could be shun rather than shun.
Shun. Yeah, it's quick, fast, schwa. Conjunctions.
Conjunction.
That's it. You got it. That's right. So yes, the schwa sound is prevalent throughout all speaking. In fact, it is by far, extremely so, the most common sound, individual phonetic sound in English, by far, because it's practically in every single word. Yeah. Well, I exaggerate a little bit, but yeah, in multi-syllable words, then there's probably at least one schwa sound, usually more. Okay, let's move on. Albina, number 3 is, of course, dictionary pronunciation as.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
As. As.
Us.
As.
Okay.
As.
As.
Okay.
As.
Um,
As. As white as snow. As good as
okay, very good.
me.
As white as snow. As white as snow. Notice when I say that, great example, I was just writing down a very similar simile. As white as white as snow. As white as snow. Yeah.
As white as snow.
All right. As white as snow. Okay. Great. And you notice white gets really, really stressed in that sentence. As white as snow. So you notice also the pitch change. As white as snow. As white as snow. And then, yeah, so we're in addition to reducing our function words, we're also pronouncing them at a lower pitch than our content words, our important nouns and adjectives and verbs and adverbs. As white as snow. And you can definitely hear that high, low in that very common construction, that very common phrasal construction, as blank as blank. As white as snow. As skinny as a rail. Okay. Very good. All right. Next conjunction here. And this is by no means a totally comprehensive list, might I add. There are definitely others. Rebecca, than, okay, dictionary pronunciation, again with the long A sound, than. All right, reduced.
Them. Them.
Then. Yep, very good. Okay, all right. All right, try this phrase here.
Whiter than white.
Whiter than white. Whiter than white. Very good. Very fast. Whiter than white. Okay,
Whiter than white.
that's
Whiter
great.
than white. Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's move on to prepositions. Okay, before I move on, there's something I just thought of that I need to share. Okay. Normally, all of these words are reduced. There are definitely special cases where you will choose to highlight them, add even more stress than normal. For example, as an example, in a correction, if the waiter said to you, would you like soup or salad? Okay, now I've reduced or. Would you like soup or salad? Oh, you get soup or salad with your meal. Would you like soup or salad? Maybe you want both. You want to correct the waiter. So you might say, I would like soup and salad. And being a correction from or. I don't want a choice, I want both. I would like both. I would like soup and salad. In that case, of course, I'm using the dictionary pronunciation, and I'm full pronunciation because I want to highlight and stress, draw special attention to that word. Under these circumstances, I'm correcting the waiter. I want to make sure he hears me. correct him. So it is not 100% always we do this reduction. Certainly not. There are special cases where actually the absolute polar opposite is true. It may in fact be stressed because I want to draw attention to it. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's look at some prepositions. B, starting with to, which of course is to in the dictionary pronunciation. Connected speech?
T.
T. All right.
But normally I heard people say T. Like I want to say, not I want to say. I want to say something,
I want to
rather
say.
than I want to say something.
Okay. Well, that's coming up in a couple days. More drastic reductions. You're right. You are correct. Want to, or as a matter of fact, want a, is reduced as a combination word to wanna. Okay. I want to go to sleep. All right. I want a banana. All right. It sounds identical. Want a, want to. It's reduced to wanna. You're absolutely right. As we noted in the beginning, reduced to a schwa sound, and sometimes a consonant can be dropped. The T is completely dropped from want to. I wanna. And I'll be not going to. Got to be close. Careful with going to. Gets reduced to gonna. It's going to. It's still to. Getting reduced in combination with another word. When you're using it as future tense, I'm gonna kill him. All right, going to kill, main verb kill. I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, it's reduced to gonna. But if you're using
Okay, teacher, I give
yeah,
another example. Like,
mhm,
he goes to school. If
yep,
I use the schwa sound, I could say he goes to school rather than he goes to school.
he goes to school. Yeah, that's right. A little different. He goes to school every
Oh,
day. He goes to school. Yeah, that's common. That would be normal to reduce.
okay.
All right. But of course, all right, B, all right, since you bring it up, how would you say this?
He goes to work. Oh, it's a little bit different.
It is
He goes to
because
work.
in to dictionary sound we have a W sound here already. So we're not going to eliminate that because that helps us to join. It's helping connect. So he goes to work, to work, to work.
He
Why
goes
would I
to
alter
work.
it when the W, I need the W for work anyway? To work. Ah.
Work. He goes to work.
All right. Okay. Well. All right.
This is a little bit tricky.
It is, but it is not. It all has to do with consonant and vowel connections. Let's see. What's a city that begins with a vowel? I don't know. Okay, Albuquerque is the only one I can think of. Sorry. All right. This is a city.
Amsterdam. Amsterdam.
Amsterdam would be better. Thank you. Where were you seconds ago? All right. You would say to, full pronunciation, to Amsterdam, to Albuquerque, to Albion. Why? Because you want to connect a W sound in to the vowel A, to Amsterdam. I'm going to Amsterdam. So we do not reduce it. All right? Whatever is going to connect better. Okay? We're going to use. When we have these short function words that end with vowels, okay, we may use We may want to use a Y or a W sound to help us connect with a vowel, or we may reduce it and drop that Y or W sound in order to connect with a consonant. So to school, to work. There you go. Okay, Albion, next one, for. Obviously, full pronunciation, for. All right, so reduced, Albina?
Fur.
Fur.
For.
Fur. Yeah, sounds exactly like fur or fur. Fur, 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 fur. All right. One. Okay. All right. How would you say this?
Here is one for you.
All right. Here's one for you. All right. Great. Here's one for you. All right. Very good. Fur. Okay. Because it ends in R, we just
How
say it like that
about
every time.
for a lot of people?
For a
This
lot of
is
people, that's a good
for a lot of
question.
people or for a lot of people?
For a lot of people, that's a good question. Go for a walk. Yeah, you're real. Okay, go for a walk. Gopher. Yeah, it's yes. This is another common one. Combination. Go for. I could go for a cold drink. It's very common, and so it sounds like one word. Gopher. Um, in fact, to such a point, there is actually a job if you're a gopher slash gopher. Go for. Like on a that actually refers to somebody whose only job is to run and go get things for people. If you're a gopher on a movie set, all right, the star wants coffee, you go for coffee. Gopher is an animal, by the way. It's pronounced exactly the same. The person is actually called a gopher because they go for things. Yeah, to that point, that is such a common reduced combination. It's actually a job. Okay. Number 3. Rebecca is, of course, of in dictionary pronunciation.
Of.
So,
Of.
of. Okay, the only difference, all right, look at the phonetic symbols here. The upside down V and the correct position
Of.
V. This upside down V just actually it it designates, it symbolizes the schwa sound except stressed. Of. Okay. When it has to be stressed, that's what this phonetic symbol represents. Basically, the schwa sound stressed. This just means it's unstressed. Of. It's just fast and lower pitch. Sometimes it's okay, so how might you say this short phrase? Whoops, hang on. Rebecca?
A cup, a cup of coffee.
Okay, or you know what? Of is surrounded by a P in front of it and a C, really a K sound, behind it. I
Cup
actually,
of coffee.
I
A
would
cup of coffee.
I would totally eliminate the V sound. A cup of coffee. Cuppa. A cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. A cup of coffee.
I
Cup
would
of
get
coffee.
rid of the V. Cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
A,
A cup of coffee.
a cup of coffee. Like it's one word. A cup of coffee.
A
It
cup of
sounds,
coffee.
when you say it really fast, a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. A cup of coffee. It
A cup of
sounds like
coffee. A cup of coffee.
it sounds like the name of a small rodent that lives in South America.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. It's a cup of coffee. Yeah, okay. Anyway. All right. So why would we change, why do we have two pronunciations? As you may suspect, the as in cup of coffee, is followed by a consonant. The of is when it's followed by a vowel. He's full of he's full of air, full of there. When I'm following it with a vowel, um, then that's when I do pronounce the V sound. Absolutely. Okay, B. Next one. Okay. All right. On.
On, on, and on.
On and un.
Un.
Okay. Now here's one where the difference between the actual vowel sound on, and un is very, very slight. This would be hard for me to pick out in speech.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Like
difference is subtle.
when you speak louder, I can hear on, but when you speak lower, I cannot recognize which one is on, which one is un. It's
Yeah,
very, very similar.
it's a very similar, so you really don't have to worry about this one too much. Actually, the same with the next one. It's 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 really quite similar. From. The, you really, it's almost unnoticeable. Really, very subtle to hear. Okay. Albina at.
At, at.
At. All right. Uh, okay. So, for example, mall.
At the mall.
At the mall.
At the mall. At the mall.
He's at the mall. He's at the mall. Uh, okay. He's at school. He's at school. That's a better one. He's at school.
He's at school.
Yeah. All right. Again, in some cases, it's quite dramatic change to the schwa sound. In other cases, it's very subtle. The last few have been pretty subtle. The last one as well. Okay. He's in the bathroom. Very subtle. Okie doke. Let's try this in practice. Now the fun part. Okay. Read the sentences. Not only will we be looking at specific words, reviewing specific words which we've already looked at, there will be others, possible reductions in some of these sentences, not all of them. Okay, just to give you something extra to worry about. Rebecca, starting with number 1.
Okay. That's the best one.
Very good. The only real reduction here, well, there's the obvious contraction. That is becomes that's. The needs to be pronounced the to connect with the B. All right, that's the best one. All right, good job joining the words closely together as well. B, number 2.
It's the only one.
It's the only one. It's the only one.
Okay. It's the only one.
All right, a little bit more of a yeah Y sound. The only one. It's the only one.
It's the only one.
Yeah, when we do these connections, especially like this, the only. It sounds like yonly.
It's
Sounds
the
like we're
only one. It's the only one.
yonly. It sounds like the
Yon,
yonly one. It's the
yon.
only one.
It's the only one.
Okay, that's it. All right. Very good. Albina, number 3.
That's one of a kind.
Good. And nice speeding up through this pair of function words. That's one of a kind. That's one of a kind. Very tightly joined because we've got these two function words in the middle. It's one of a kind. Yeah. A very classic phrase, very normal colloquial phrase in English. That's one of a kind. Especially if it's a very normal and colloquial phrase, then even more than normal, we speed up those groupings of function words. That's one of a kind, to the point where it can be very, very fast indeed. All right, good job. Rebecca, number 4.
It's an extra big drink.
It's an extra big drink. Okay, one thing, you did a
It's
great
an
job. Yeah.
yeah drink. It's an extra big drink.
Okay, that's a little better. Because, all right, you joined them all together really fast, showing your joining skills, which were impressive. However, remember that we have here adjective, adjective, noun. So we actually slow down a little. It's an extra big drink. All right. We actually
It's an
slow down the pace slightly.
okay. It's an extra big drink.
It's an extra big drink. So
It's
it's
an extra
an
big drink. Okay.
it's an are very, very fast. It's an extra big drink. And then we slow
Mhm.
down for the content words. It's an extra big
Mhm.
drink. That's the whole secret to timing, recognizing when to speed up and slow down. Okay. Well, there you go, B.
I love bread and butter.
I love bread and butter. Okay, that's a song. Sorry. Very good. Great job. Bread and butter. I love bread and butter. Good job.
I do.
All right, Albina, number 6.
5 or 6 people are coming.
Okay, 5 or 6. Sounds like Fiverr. 5 or 6 people are
5
coming.
or, 5 or 6 people are coming.
Tomorrow, we will be looking at auxiliary verbs, helper verbs, verbs we use to create verb tenses. Okay, listen to the way I say the sentence, Albina. 5 or 6 people are coming.
5
All
or
right,
6 people are coming.
not are.
Coming.
5 or 6 people are. People are. It sounds like
5
I'm
or
just
6
Andy.
people are.
People are.
People are
People
coming.
are. It sounds like I'm saying Fiverr, and it sounds like I'm saying people are.
Uh,
Like I'm
5
just
or
adding an
6
R.
people are coming.
In other
People
words,
are.
the reduced form of or and the reduced form of are being both reduced to the schwa r sound, the the reduced schwa r sound. They sound identical, or and are. Fiver, 6 people are coming. They sound totally identical in the reduced form. Okay. All right, Rebecca, number 7.
7. It's a cold. It's as cold as ice.
Yep,
It's as cold as ice.
it's as cold as ice. It's cold as ice. Zeiss.
It's as cold as ice. As ice. As ice?
Yeah, Zeiss.
Together, as ice. It's as cold as ice. As ice. As
Very
ice.
good. That was better the last time. That was the best. All right, B, number 8.
Are you taller than me?
Than me. Are you taller than me?
Are you taller than me?
Okay. Yes. Are you taller than me? I would also, another one we're going to be looking at tomorrow are pronouns. You, depending on what it's followed with. If it's followed with a consonant, also you gets reduced to ya. Are you taller than me?
Are you
Than,
taller than me?
yeah. Than actually reduced to then. It actually sounds sometimes a little bit more like it's an I sound. Than. Are you taller than me? It's almost an I sound, really.
Yes.
But it's still schwa. It's just subtle difference. No big deal. Are you taller than me? Now, depending how you say this, intonation overrides rhythm. Intonation is actually the strongest. So if I am, maybe I'm shocked. Are you taller than me? Wow, you used to be so short. You've grown so much. Are you taller than me? intonation trumps everything. If you need to highlight something for some reason or modify the stressed words for some reason as a correction or to express an emotion, that simply put trumps everything. Pronunciation is important, but you know what? Word stress trumps pronunciation. You change the vowel sounds in unstressed syllables, for example. So pronunciation doesn't matter if stress is more important. Word stress is actually modifiable. We change the word stress to better, to smoothen out, to ease our rhythm. Rhythm is more important than word stress. We'll alter the syllable stress in words in order to improve our delivery or our rhythm. Rhythm being very important, we will actually change the rhythm depending on the intonation. Intonation is actually the most important factor because that could change everything in any given sentence. Dealing with the emotions of the speaker, dealing with the actual context of what's happening. So there you go. That's a little bit, that's me, Teacher Oakley's viewpoint, overall viewpoint on pronunciation is, but it's, I don't know how you'd argue with me because it's very, very true. Okay, let's continue. Albina, number 9.
I will try intonation. Please talk to me. Please
Ah,
talk to me. Please talk to me.
there you go. Very nice. Good demonstration. Applause. That was excellent. Very good. What she was demonstrating is highlighting. One aspect of intonation is called highlighting. It changes the meaning of the sentence depending on how you say it. Please talk to me. Please talk to me. All right, as opposed to not talking to me or possibly shouting at me. Please talk to me. All right, talk to me, not somebody else. The meaning changes based on intonation. So there you go. Good demo. But regardless, basically, this word without meaning, this function word, I noticed that you gave me 3 versions. 1 with the first content word highlighted, 2 with the second content word highlighted. Last with, this is a function word, it's a pronoun, but nevertheless does change the meaning in the sentence. There's nothing you could really do with 2. Maybe, Albina, please talk to me, not about me. You can. There is a way. Never mind. I eat my words. There is a way to change the meaning yet again. All right. But of course, reduced form, talk to me. Talk to me. All right. Talk to me. All right. Rebecca, number 10.
Number 10 is a 2-for-1 sale.
Okay. 2-for-1 sale. It's interesting. I live in the Philippines. They have twofers. They're just called twofers. Reduced to, the reduction is so common. Twofers. That means you get 2 for 1. 2 for the price of 1. Oh, look, 2 for cheeseburgers. Let's buy one. 2 for. All right, 2 for. One more try.
What did you say?
2 for.
Perfect.
What? Sorry?
I don't understand what you said about Philippines. What people say in Philippines.
You actually see this on a sign. People refer to a twofer. It's used as a noun. It's not really a word, but you see it on signs and everything. It's a very common sales practice to sell 2, for example, cheeseburgers for the price of 1. Buy 1 cheeseburger for 30 pesos, get 1 cheeseburger free. Buy 1, take 1. It's very common.
Okay.
Very common here. Buy 1 shoe, take the second shoe for free. Sorry. Okay. Um, yeah. All right. Moving on. B. 11.
Um, that's the that's the best of all.
Yeah. There's actually not a whole lot that you can reduce here.
Yeah,
The is the,
that,
and
that's
of is
the
of.
that's the best of all.
Yeah. You got to pronounce the V in of to connect it with the A in all. That's the best of all.
That's the best of all.
Yeah.
Of all.
Nothing's
Best of
really
all. Okay.
nothing's really getting reduced there. Because you can't, because it connects naturally without any help. So if that happens, if the dictionary pronunciation works to connect the words all together, then that's what you use. It's not necessary to alter it in any way. Albina, number 12.
Put it on the table.
Yeah, put it on, put it on, put it on.
Put it on.
Okay, again, that reduction is so subtle, it's practically non-existent, really. All right. Rebecca, 1913. Why did I say that? 13.
13, sorry. I'm from Canada.
I'm from Canada. Uh, all right. It's just fat. It's from, but fast. I'm from Canada. I'm from.
I'm from Canada.
Okay, listen to me one more time. I'm from Canada.
I'm from Canada.
Okay. Just from is fast. That's basically it. Okay. Well, here you go, B. Ah,
I go to school at Northwest.
pretty good. All right. Okay. Americans use what's called a flapped D or fast D. This T in go to. Um, okay, because it's surrounded by two vowel sounds, even though it's two separate words, that doesn't make any difference. Sometimes within a word, sometimes between two words, it doesn't matter. American accent, we pronounce this as a D. So go to by Americans is frequently reduced to Goda, like Yoda from Star Trek, except with a G. Goda. I Goda. I go to school at Norquest.
I go to
Gora.
school at
Gora.
Northwest.
Yeah, it sounds, yep, rhymes with Yoda. And at is here. I go to school at Norquest.
I go to school at Northwest.
Yeah, okay.
But Gora is the for this expression. There's a contraction. Is it's got to
Hmm.
Gora. We gotta have. We gotta
Yeah,
go.
we
Something
gotta
like
go.
that.
We
We gotta
got
go.
to, we gotta go. Got to is another one. Very commonly refers to gotta. Uh, go to or
Have to.
got a sounds like gotta. I got a headache.
Yeah, that is the one I said. Gora.
Yeah, gotta, right.
So the pronunciation is the same. Go to Gora.
Uh, no, go to basically sounds like Goda. Sounds like
Gora. Okay.
Goda. I go to school at Norquest. Um, I gotta, I, instead of, and frankly, it's not even correct English. I have to work. I gotta work. Really, that's a reduced form of I have got to work. I gotta work. This is a
Yes.
drastic reduced form, which we will be looking at later this week. In a couple days, we'll be looking at some really drastic forms. I'll have you guys practicing and figuring out.
Yeah, but as you said, native people speak like this. So
I gotta, I
it's
gotta
good
speak
for
like
us.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I know. All right. Okay. Last one here. Albina, number 15. Is this the last?
She's one in a million.
She's one in a million. One in a.
One. One in
One in a
one in
million.
one in a million.
One in a
One
Okay.
in
One in a okay.
one in
Here's one. What does this mean? Before I let you guys go, what does it mean when I say jeet?
Sorry?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If I say to you jeet,
And?
that's it. That's all I'm saying. What am I actually saying?
And?
No. Jeet,
No? Okay.
jeet.
G is Y, G, Y. Y. G.
Translated. That is
No, yesterday something like this.
okay. That is a drastically reduced common phrase. What I really said is, did you eat yet?
My goodness. You
Jeet.
know?
And it's amazing that you walk up to a native speaker and you just say, jeet. They'll understand you and answer you instantly. They'll
Are you
answer you.
kidding?
Not kidding at all. They'll answer you
Um,
faster than if you said, did you eat yet? They'll have to
Jeet,
think about that. What is you saying when you just hear jeet?
Jeet, Jeet.
Jit,
Do I
say,
have
say
to
again, please.
pronounce the
Say
T
again.
ending sound?
Jit, jit.
Not yet. You might answer not yet. Not yet.
Teacher,
Did
do
you
I
eat
have
yet?
to pronounce the T ending sound? Jeet or Jeet?
Jeet. Well,
Jit?
it's not a completed sound. Well, we can talk about that later. I'm already late stopping the class. Jeet. It's there, but it's not dropped or not
Okay.
released.
Stop
Then you
T.
have like, if I don't drop my tongue, you don't hear the.
Okay, okay,
You
okay.
don't
I
hear
know
the
it.
air. When we're joining sounds together in English, if I want to join them, I can't stop to release the sound. And so it jeet, I'm
Okay.
not releasing I'm not dropping my tongue.
Okay,
So
so
it's
stop T.
there, but it's not released. Yeah. Stop T. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Thanks a lot. Hopefully you guys can join me tomorrow. We'll do more.
Do
Okay,
you
thank
eat? Yes.
you.
Thank